Hello everybody today. Today we're playing some Slay the Spire. I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire 2 recently, as I'm sure a lot of people probably have. And I've been kind of wanting to do a video about talking about it and doing I would do some gameplay today, talking about my decisions. I'm going to be playing the Silent, who I feel is the character I'm the most comfortable with and the best at. And I'm very knowledgeable and thoughtful as I've now gotten to Ascension 10 finally, and beaten Ascension 10. Just going through my thought process and how to play Silent and how to win this game as Silent, basically. I think we're just going through Act 1 for this video because I think that's the act people struggle the most with. And going through my decisions and stuff for that. So the first thing, when you're looking at your decisions here, from Niao's Blessing, we love Niao, we stand. You want to look at the boss, the Kin. And I don't, I'll start playing Overgrowth, which Act 1 you're in. If you know Jorbs, I'm going to link Jorbs below, but Jorbs has a really good video talking about, the differences between the Overgrowth and the Underdogs. And typically the Overgrown has... Oh gosh, I'm already kind of forgetting some of his video insight. It was really good. But I believe the Act 1 bosses don't deal as much damage to you, but the bosses deal a lot more damage to you, but the Act 1 elites don't deal as much damage typically. But Phantom is like the scariest one, so I didn't get Phantom here. I have the Kin, which I also struggle with sometimes, but this means I need AoE because I have to deal with the minion. So AoE is a really good option and something I'm looking at and considering. I don't consider paths as much. I mean, obviously it's something you should look at and consider here. I will before I make my decision here, but just things I'm thinking about when I'm loading into the game. So, Silent has probably the worst starting deck, debatably, in the game, because she has 5 strikes and 5 defends, which is obfuscated by her Ring of the Snake, which is probably one of the best starting relics in the game. So anything that removes our transforms is very good on her, in my opinion. So the transform's a little more RNG dependent, but, so is everything in this game. So I'm kind of more inclined. It will make us have less max health, which means when we go to campfires, we won't rest as much. So we kind of want, a little easier of a start since we're going to have less max health, and because we don't want to heal as much. We're going to use our campfires pretty much to only upgrade. Obviously, it's Act 1 in Slay the Spire 2. We're going to have to rest because enemies just beating your ass a lot. So, important things I think about is where the chests are, because after you get one of these relics, you're going to become a lot more stronger. So, fighting leads after that is probably ideal, but not always required. Early shop versus late shop is always kind of dependent. Since I might want a stronger boost because if I'm taking the transforms, this early shop looks a little more enticing to me. Also important to remember, there are 3 easy hallway fights before the fights get hard, which is important because, Act 1 be difficult. Question marks are a lot more favorable. Honestly, the left path looks very exciting, actually. It's got a lot of extra campfire here. It got an early shop, some question marks, and 2 leads toward the end of the act with a campfire between them. Seems very good to me. Alright, we're gonna go transform. Wow, Predator Dash. Okay, so I actually could take an early, more aggressive strat now because Dash is a very good early game card, and so is Predator. So I have very high damage, but I have high energy costing. So things that have 0 energy look a lot more enticing as well, and energy gain looks also more enticing. Just things to think about as well. So it was a very good start, but if you notice, I have a lot less max health now, and Silent already does not have a lot of max health. So we're going to start the game up as we've talked enough about our path and stuff and just go through our decision making and things. I am by no means an expert. I'm still honestly learning, even though I've gotten Ascension 10 on Silent, even on Silent, but I feel like I have gotten down stuff. So you could kill this one here, but since I'm probably playing Dash to block, I don't actually feel the need to kill it. Ooh, bless me. Sorry. Alright, so I think I can just kill the front one here with a very simple Dash Drake. The decision making in this game gets really complicated really fast, so I just try to think of what is simple and to do as easy as possible. Alright, decision's also pretty easy actually. go through this. I'm not gonna talk about it unless it's like an interesting decision I need to make or something. But yeah, I hope people have been enjoying the game and enjoying Spire 2. It's been a real treat, honestly, this year, to play this game and get it out. All right, backflip dagger throw. Oh man, this is interesting. So me and my friend had this running bit about I have a backflip and charge. She thinks it's not very good. But now that acrobatics is uncommon, you're probably gonna be seeing backflip and probably relying on backflip a lot more. Again, I am a big fan of dagger throw, and I think early damage is really important. And dagger throw enables a lot of the slime mechanics, which are also really, really good. And I don't think I need a backflip as much here, especially because card draw doesn't seem very good when I have 2 mana cards, basically. So I'm much more excited about dagger throw here. Very good turn one. God, Predator's so good. I should take this card more often. It's a card I don't really take a lot. Fair, it's like a good early game card. It doesn't really, it's not super great later. Remember, importantly, I was gonna play Dash here, but it's important to always draw first. Now, importantly, this will shuffle my draw pile, and I won't get too in depth about it, but it is something very important to think about. So whenever I play this card, all the cards here are gonna go over here, and then all these cards I won't see for another 2 turns. So actually, I should probably play the Dash first to shuffle it in with my other cards. Usually, what you want to play your draw cards. You want to play your draw cards first, but in this instance, I didn't because I wanted my Dash to be in my draw pile. Because Dash is like one of my better cards right now. Didn't draw it, didn't matter. That's been a very good start. This is a really good relic, honestly, especially on silent. I'm not that excited about any of these. So it's kind of one of the things that people don't like to skip. I think this is a very good skip option. I think I have really good common attacks, and you don't want a ton of these, as I already have 3. I'm looking for like good block options, things that give me more accelerant, energy, or maybe like a scaling power, or AoE, because I don't have any of those for this upcoming Ken fight. So I'm actually going to skip here, even though I do like poison, and I think poison is a good solution for bosses for the silent. Production's interesting as an option. I can't afford any relics, which is why I like the later shops, because you can buy a relic. Untouchable is a great block option, especially with my dagger throw now. Production's really good with a lot of my 2 energy cards, I will say, and turn 1 play. I'm actually heavily considering production, which is not something I usually get this early in a run. If I get it, though, I can't buy untouchable. But also it's common, and I'm going to be fighting a lot of things, so I have a high chance of just seeing it, so I don't have to spend my money on it. Or I could get a card remove, which removing a strike is also very valuable. I'm kind of actually a big fan of production here. What does this upgrade to? 3. That's actually really nice. Maybe I do get production here. You know, I've been trying to do different things, and honestly, I think we're pretty strong. I don't think we need to buy a potion. I'm just gonna buy production, I think. I think production's actually very nice here. It's kind of like adrenaline, right? Like thinking about it. And I also have a Smith potion, which also makes the energy seem more enticing. Things people don't really think about are like buying cards that work with your potions. That way you have more applying effects together. They kind of like scale multiplicity together. That's how words work. Yes, indeed. Okay, this card's a little more complicated. This is why dash is so good. Like I can dagger throw here. I think I dagger throw dash to block all this damage. We'll see what we draw though first. Yeah, that was a very good dagger throw. Okay, where did that defend? Production might be a little awkward with our Bane, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, it's a little different. It's okay though. Also, if I get a well-laid plans, it's gonna be very good with well-laid plans, I will say. Just thinking about things in the future already. Alright, look at this. Our deck slays, y'all. Our deck is killing it. Alright, prepared. Oh, I'm so glad they reverted it. They killed my boy, but they brought it back, so it's really good. I'm a very big fan of prepared. Like I was talking about earlier, 0 mana cards are really good with these 2 mana cards, even though we have production, so it's a little more awkward. But we can also use prepared to discard their production when we don't need it. So prepared looks very, very good here. And this card we need to upgrade, which is the only. Oh, Um, this one's always kind of awkward. Okay, so this one's really good. Like, I do like but it basically puts a curse in your deck until or not really a curse, but it's just like, I mean, it's an unplayable card. It's not, it doesn't have a negative effect, but it just takes up space in your hand. But when I get to Act 2, I'll have 600 extra gold. And I'm taking a pretty safe path right now with only 2 elites in the kin, so I think I actually can take it and make my deck objectively worse. This is also why I like cards like Dagger Thorn Prepared, because you can also just discard this card. So I'm actually pretty excited about it. Something gives me max health. Would be good, but also the Bredonis Egg is also really good. I think I'm taking the Bredonis Egg, and then I'm gonna take it there. Yeah, the Bro. I'll have to one fight before I can hatch it, and that card is very good. I will say that card is very, very nice. All right, having no AOE, I'm starting to feel it already. I desperately need AOE in this deck, though. It's my main issue I'm running into. I'm already feeling with this deck currently. I don't think we're gonna block here. I think we're just gonna try to kill things as much as we can. I'm gonna kill both the smaller ones, because every time I don't kill the smaller ones, I deeply regret it and immediately get hit by 30 damage. So, gonna always kill the small ones here. That's my recommendation. Because if I wasn't, I could be getting hit for, I'm already getting hit for 21, I could be hitting for 30, but this one would be attacking me as well. So, remember, you always want to draw first, very important. So I can discard that egg now. And we're trying to drain my Bane. It's just so many, I have so many bad cards on my deck. If I Swift Potion, I don't know if I want the Swift Potion. I don't think I need to. I'm locking for 15 already. I can call my production. Just drawing this is really unfortunate from Prepared. An extra strike would have been very nice here. I don't think it's worth Swift Potioning here, personally. I don't know. I mean, I'm only drawing. Yeah, it's like not the most exciting. Yeah, taking some damage. We haven't taken any damage really yet, so I think it's okay to take some here. We just want to prevent not having to rest at the campfire. Especially because now we have this Bredonis Egg, so we really desperately need to get that. Slimes are going to start tucking, but we do have Predator, which is why this is not that bad. Man, it's just... Dash is so good, y'all. Like, if you get an Act 1, it's a very good Act 1, just like carry. It falls off later, but honestly, with Silent, like, Act 1, Act 2 are the hardest acts. By the time you get to Act 3, like, your kind of deck's already kind of popping off and going for it. I'm actually already pull blocking with Dash, so I'm actually just going to play the Slime to draw first. And we should have lethal, I think, or close to. Alright. Try to do HP. We text me. Alright, ignore that. I'm recording. Anyway, very easy fights, nothing crazy yet to think about. Ooh, okay. I usually actually enjoy Skewer, especially with production, but I already have so many high cost mana cards, so I'm actually less excited about it. Expertise actually is very good with production. Actually looks like actually really exciting. I'm actually usually not the most fan of this card. I find it awkward sometimes to play, because you need energy and to discard, but we have like Prepared, and we have production, and we have Predator. Predator's actually not as good with it, sorry. Well, Predator's good with it, like we're not using it, you know, to do stuff. I'm actually gonna take it. I recommend, if you're learning the game, just try taking things, honestly, that, like, will make your deck, like, you're learning the game, you know. So look at this, 0 mana for 14. It's very good. Also works really well with Expertise. We can play it, make our hand smaller, and then play Expertise. Alright, that's what we got. Lasting Candy doesn't make our deck stronger right now, but it will give us a scaling. Maybe we'll get a Noxious Fumes potentially, so we have a solution with this boss. Right now, I'm literally only thinking about scaling. I need something to scale for this boss fight. I'll be honest, the money doesn't seem that enticing for me. You know why? Because we have the spoil map. Extra money right now does not help us. We desperately do not want to try to rest. Remember, because we took the Leafy Poultice, so resting, if I didn't explain this or it doesn't make sense, why I'm thinking about that, is because when you go to a campfire, you rest based on your max health. So if you have less max health, when you rest, it's less efficient. And when you get to Ascension 2, you only heal 80% of your HP after fighting the boss. So, you know, these are very strong things that transform. I mean, transforming my strike and defend is making my deck so much better. You can tell how strong my deck is now. But my downside is I want to take a lot less damage. And so like something that can heal me at least. So, I'm going to just do Joint Forces and not take the damage because I'm getting a lot of money in the future already because I took a Spoils map. So because I took the Spoils map means I didn't have to take that and take damage there. My deck's actually really good in this fight because I don't have poison. Poison is very good against all enemies in this game, particularly besides this enemy where it struggles because it has so much health that the poison doesn't really. Obviously, it's still good, but it is less good into this fight specifically. So you want to use your lower damage attacks first and play your block cards if you want to. Obviously, I don't need to block here, so I'm just going to play these and then play Predator because it is my highest damage attack. So, just about to beat my ass next turn, so I gotta hurry up and get this together. Wow, this is very good. So play Prepared first because it's a card, so it'll slow. Get rid of this. I'm gonna play Production to also trigger slow effect. I'm gonna play a Strike because it has less than my Bird Swoop. I'm gonna play my Bird Swoop. I'm gonna play Expertise to trigger slowed again. I'm gonna play my Dagger Throw. Fortunately, it throws my dash away. I didn't think about that. That was a mistake on my part. But that is okay. We did a lot of damage that turn. And we have to shuffle a lot of our good cards. Alright, now it's gonna be a little scary. Now we take 25 a turn. Which is not my favorite thing ever. Don't love that very much. Oh gosh. Okay, we can probably kill next turn. So if we just take 20 here, it's like not the terrible worst thing ever. It's not great, but you know, 20 for boss fight. I mean, an elite fight is not the worst. Hold on. Oh god, I should do math here. Some issue with this fight is you do have to do math. Alright, so 6 plus that's 19, and then it's like, okay, that should be lethal, especially with the slowed. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, that wasn't terrible. Or a Calcom, that's nice. Nothing that scales or is able. I take Deadly Poison here. It is like the only scaling thing I have. It's just not a very exciting card, but when I don't have like any poison, like, I don't have any scaling damage. My deck's all front loading, which if you don't know what front loading is, it's just damage it does up front. When I do a Dagger Throw, it does 9 damage, and that's it. Deadly Poison will stack damage over time. I'm just worried about this fight currently because I don't have any AoE damage to deal with the minion, and I don't have any way to scale damage against this enemy. So, it's a little scary. I think I will take it. It makes my deck worse in the future, but it helps my deck deal with the immediate problem of this boss. So 30 health is a little scary to fight another elite, but I do have a potion I can use if need be, and I need to upgrade Prepared. So I'm going to try to push my luck and fight this, and then I can rest at this campfire before this boss fight. Hopefully this fight doesn't go too bad, and we also will get a lasting candy trigger, which is great to get early. It just doesn't make my deck stronger at this exact moment. I'm going to play Deadly Poison here to start stacking some damage and scaling on this fight. This fight, thankfully, isn't too bad. Oh man, look at that predator draw. That's so good. Okay. Remember, you want to draw first to see what we get here. I think Survivor is a very good draw here. I don't think I have it right. 20, 26. Yeah, I think I saved the protection. I have to make something over. See, now poison did 9 damage and it's gonna do 12. So hopefully I can kill this thing. Gives me 2 extra block before I count them. Does guarantee it's gonna die. Yeah, I might as well just take. This run could end here, y'all. This could be very scary for the fight this elite with this little HP. I got energy potion, very big. Infinity blades does help scale. We also have a storm of steel. Infinity Blades does help our scaling. It does give us some scaling on damage. Not the most exciting, I will say, but it is something, and we do need some sort of scaling damage. So I will take this, even though I'm not very excited about this. Storm of Steel could be better if I had some ways to try some slice energy and ways to draw. It's very awkward with expertise. It's not very good with a lot of my other cards, so I will take this just for the scaling of this elite, of this boss fight. Sorry, I keep saying a boss and elite interchangeably. They have similar things, but the scaling feels a lot less issues on these elite fights. This is a very good turn, actually. I can play, as long as I can play production here. That was a mistake. Okay. What's his draw then, actually? This is a pretty good draw turn. Yeah. Okay. I feel a little better about that now, that I totally misplayed and probably shouldn't have played production here. But yeah, the thing with this enemy is you want to kill it before it does the thing next turn to you. This is also kind of scary, so maybe I do want to kill it here. I need to deal 19 damage. I don't have a great way to block 20, right? I mean, I can only block, but I can block 18 actually. It's actually maybe fine. Maybe I win then. What's my draw pile? Okay, cool. I can definitely. Can I kill next turn then? 19, and I can do 16 damage. So actually, yeah, and I'll play neutralize here. Okay. All right, it'll be okay. Oh, true. We're only blocking. Oh, true. Wait, I might only need to block these two. Actually, it's huge. Look at that. Oh, amazing. Okay. And then, sadly, if we use poison to kill it here, actually, we could use the poison to kill it here. That way it doesn't trigger, and then they'll all be stunned. That's actually a really good tech about this enemy, by the way. If you kill it with poison, it triggers, and then they'll all be stunned because it's the end of its turn. That way they won't still attack me, which is a really big deal. It gives me a whole turn to deal with these enemies, which is big. That's 19 damage. I can kill the back one. That's very good. I think usually these attack together and these attack together, so we should probably try to attack the ones that attack me. Like, you know, if only one attack me at a time, I can block those easily, but if two attack me at the same time, it's harder for me to deal with. See, these are both hitting me, so I'm hitting it for 14. And now these infections are kind of going crazy on me. That's 10 damage. That is exactly lethal on that. Oh, that's huge. That is a big damage. I mean, it's not taking nearly as much damage. So I can 3 here, but I think we're mostly in the clear now. Whew. And it's also really good against this because you can do that. I'm already full blocking, so I actually don't care, which is interesting. Should have drew first. I'll just play this. That's not my card I actually wanted to keep. And 6 health is effectively the same as 3. I forget if these trigger or not. I don't think they do. Okay, they don't. I always forget, and I'm always worried if I try to kill them, I'm gonna get hit by that. Extra energy. So we have a lot of energy now, and a lantern. Oh my god, it's a lot of energy stuff. Anything AoE. Haze is an AoE poison. I mean, It probably is our solution, but it's not really ideal. I like Escape Plan a lot. I'm usually a big fan of Escape Plan. Because Silent likes skills, and I have a fair amount of skills in my deck, and it's just free, and it could just have an upside to block. But Haze definitely is an AoE card. We were looking to solve our problems in this deck. I'm going to heal here because we took a lot of damage, and hopefully we can deal with this fight decently. That's a great start. We can discard that and get prepared. I mean, Haze down. I think focusing this one first is best because it's buffing immediately, so it's when you want to immediately focus. But remember, we want to always draw first. I can discard this strike, I think. This, and then play Expertise. And I get to put Infinity Blade my first turn, that's really big. And I think I will just double here, even though we do have Orichalcum. I just don't think the 6 damage is worth a lot of HP. I could be losing, so. Look at that, we already did over half its health, the front one, so. And we also got our Infinity Blades in play, so. And we still have all of our potions, which we'll probably use one here, I think. How much do we want to use? I guess it was 5. Oh man, and we're frailed. Okay, so even if, well, we will block, we'll kill this thing at least, so we're only taking not as much. Still pretty rough, I will say. 8 plus 15, that's 23. So strike will kill that. Okay. Or do we want to play the tincture to block? I'll play both here, actually. I don't know. This fight could be really dangerous if I'm not careful. I'm probably gonna play the energy potion here. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think this energy potion is fine there. This fight's not going too bad yet, so that's good. Okay, our deck is shuffling, so we can look for Haze again. Amazing. Great color. Now we can you. Play dagger. Orichalcum is already full block for us here, which is really great. Alright, look at this deadly poison. It's doing work, honestly. So, thank goodness we actually took it. I'll be honest, I was not super excited about taking it, but it's actually been doing a lot of work, so that's good. Alright, remember always draw first to see what we get. I think we can just kill this. Now it's just this one, so luckily this is going to be not nearly as bad. This is a little sad, I will be honest. I don't have a great way to do it, but I will just play these. My Orichalcum. Orichalcum is really good for my deck. Usually I'm really focused on blocking, but this deck doesn't have nearly as much block as I'm usually comfortable with, so yeah. Frail sucks. I hate Frail. Dagger Throw has a couple of interesting hits. I probably should play it. Interesting. I think I just played Dash. Yeah. Dash is just so good. 18. Whew. I got prepared here. Draw something. Did not draw that shit. Okay. Well, so we're taking a lot of damage. This enemy is almost dead. I think 12 damage there. Woo! I was getting close, y'all. We got 8 health left. Okay, luckily it's buffing here, so hopefully we can just go crazy this turn. Interesting. I think we just played Dash and we're just close. I don't know, y'all. It's a little scary. I'm a little scared, I'll be honest. Okay, 15. Alright, we have Weaken. we have 6 blocks, so we will actually have enough to survive. Or we could play Survivor here with Predator. Give us a little more HP. Or we could just go here. And there you go. That's how you beat Act 1. Thank you for watching, and we'll have the next parts later whenever we go into the future acts. Thank you. And comment down below about any thoughts or questions you have, or if you completely disagree with all my thoughts, or think whatever card I took were trash. Thank you. Alright, talk later, bye.